And good morning, good evening, good afternoon, traders and students all around the world. This is FXPassion broadcasting you live on YouTube, and this is Forex Trading Course 101. What we are trying to do here, everybody, we are trying to build the three pillars, right? Before we move to the Forex Course 202, we are trying to build a strategy and or a system that it's easy for us to understand, easy to obey the rules. Pillar number 2, we are trying to understand how risk management works inside our strategy and or system. And the big one, the psychology part. We're trying to understand how psychology works, and affects our decision making in our strategy and or system and in our risk management. And what do champion traders say about psychology? I am not going to live and die on a trade by trade basis. And of course this is a quote from Mark Douglas, but this is psychology, everybody. I am not going to live and die on a trade by trade basis. And I have my own quote here talking about psychology too. When the market scares you, when you lose and you lose and you lose, right? And you draw down and you draw down and you draw down, don't be afraid to do the right thing. See, everybody, this is this. This is the starting point. This quote, when the market scares you, don't be afraid to do the right thing, and I am not going to live and die on a trade by trade basis, everybody. This is psychology. But this affects everything else. Hello Zuelius, how are you? And of course, we are trying to do this with all of this stuff in here, those modules. Basic module, beginner, intermediate, advanced. Always remember, everybody, 90% of traders lose money in the Forex market worldwide. And the webinars are not trading or investment advice. The webinars are for educational purposes only. Don't trade with money you cannot afford to lose. And for homeworks or questions, you have my Gmail contact, my Skype contact, and you can follow me on TradingView if you want. Okay, that being said, let's jump to the charts. So, support, resistance, and pivot points in multiple time frame trading, everybody. We are left corner, we're going to have the monthly chart, weekly chart, daily chart, and the 2-hour chart, right? Okay, 2-hour chart. Okay, everybody, so we have the monthly, weekly, daily. Let's write this down, right? Because some of you are not seeing this. So this is going to be the monthly. This is going to be the weekly. Zuelius, is your trading improving, Zuelius? And everybody else, is your trading improving? Are you better this year than you were in the previous year, everybody? Daily, okay. And the 2-hour chart. 2-hour chart, right? 2-hour chart. Okay. Support, resistance, and pivot points. So, monthly chart, everybody. This is the market structure. This is going to be the short-term trend, okay, on the market structure, and something like this. Let's not make it too easy, huh? Let's not make it too easier. Why not? We are trying to learn something here, okay? And this is going to be the weekly, most likely, many times, many times it's kind of the same. And change colors. This is going to be like this. So we are seeing the same thing, right? Transparency, 50%, and the short-term trend. Zueli says yes. Wow, congratulations to you. this is a way to go. So short-term trend, right? Short-term trend like this and like this, and one more, right? We said that we are in here. So monthly, weekly. Now we are going to go on the daily chart. Structure on the daily. Okay. Structure on the daily. Now let's change structure on the daily. This is going to be the violet line. And my cell phone never stops, you know, never stops. Sorry about this. And transparency 50%, right? And the short-term trend, something like this: higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, lower lows, lower highs. Something like this, and this is going to be something like this. And blue, we are almost there, everybody. Then there we are going to start talking about long or short, or what do you want to do. Tari, yes, you're a great teacher. Thank you, Tari, but the greatness of the teacher depends on the success of the students. But thank you. And unfortunately, most students, you know, it's normal, it's not a criticism, everybody, it's normal, right? Most students don't listen, you know, or they just listen a part of it, you know. And something like this is going to be something like this, and something like this, and one more here. This would be like this. Is it a higher, or it's equal? Let's say that it's equal, huh? Let's make it interesting, equal or a little bit lower. And this is going to be the blue color. There you go. Husnaini, hello, how are you? Hello, Allah, how are you? So everybody, we are trading on the 2-hour chart. Okay, we are trading on the 2-hour chart, and now we have a pivot point in here. We have a pivot point in here. Pivot point, pivot point. Weekly chart, pivot point. And the 2-hour chart, you know, a little bit up, you know, somewhere like here, you know. And the pivot point, right? It's like this. Whoops. There you go. So we have, everybody, the monthly, the weekly, the daily, and the 2-hour chart, right? Okay. Here is the question: how are we going to trade this? And this we're going to change to green. And from the daily standpoint, everybody, this green is going to be like this. This is the green. You know, this would be the green, right? Okay. Question: how are we going to trade, everybody? On the 2-hour chart. Okay, 2-hour chart first. This is our trading time frame, you know. We don't have the billions and the trillions, you know, not yet, right? We don't have the billions and the trillions, so we need to really stretch and try to trade from the 1-hour chart, 2-hour chart, 4-hour chart, whatever. Okay, so how are we going to trade this? From the 2-hour chart, should we go short or should we go long? This is the question. And in answering this, everybody, should we go short, should we go long, we are trying to understand. So number one, long or short, and number two, where is the best probability? Okay, on the 2-hour chart. So let's make a poll. Teacher Zuelius, Teacher Tari, Teacher Ala, Teacher Husnaini, Teacher SL. 2-hour chart, long or short? Long or short? And then we are going to talk about where is the best probability. Can you please put the boxes? Yes, I can. What boxes? I can, but I don't understand, Husnaini, what boxes are you referring to? So everybody, long or short, and don't be shy, don't be afraid, you know, there is no right or wrong, okay? We are here to learn. So how would you trade this one? You know, would you go long? Would you go short? You know, the green is the short-term trend, okay? The violet is the structure, is the market wave. Wait for reversal from pivot point getting before going long on the 2-hour. Ala says long, okay? Everybody, so it's long. Anybody wants to go short? Anybody wants to go short? No shorts, okay. Now let's see if my long trade, and there is no right or wrong, is what is the probability. Particular time frame extension retracement boxes. Oh, you mean the relevant highs and lows? You have it already, Husnaini. Let me see if this is what you want. So relevant low and relevant high. I would wait because of the pivot point, okay? And here relevant low, relevant high. From the daily standpoint, relevant high, relevant low, relevant high, relevant low, right? Okay, everybody, so let's address the probability. You want to go long, right? Now let's address the monthly chart first, okay? Monthly chart first. Is the monthly chart in an uptrend or is the monthly chart in a downtrend? Monthly chart. Is the monthly in an uptrend or downtrend? Everybody? It's simple as that, you know? I want to go, I'm trading on the 2-hour chart and my confirmation time frame is the daily. Make sense? But either way, I need to address, maybe not as a scalp or maybe not as a intraday, but as a swing trader, I need to address the monthly chart, talking about probabilities. Is the monthly chart in an uptrend or is the monthly chart in a downtrend? You can say uptrend, you can say downtrend, you can say I don't know. Tari, up retracement, no. Everybody, the trend is the blue. No. Trend, is the monthly in an uptrend or a downtrend? Okay. Long term up, short term down. No. What defines, everybody, the trend is the blue. See? Don't confuse structure. Everybody, don't confuse structure. Don't confuse the market wave. Don't confuse extension retracement with the short-term trend. Okay? Because the question is in an uptrend or downtrend? The question is not, is it in an up structure or down structure? Or is it in an up market wave, down market wave? The question is it in an uptrend or in a downtrend? Ala says up. No, sir. Kusnaini, you are partial, you know. Long term is up. No, it's not up. Don't confuse the violet with the blue, everybody. Downtrend, exactly. So, the monthly chart is in a downtrend. Short-term downtrend, yes. So, do you still want to go up, everybody? Do you still want to buy? Do you still want to go long on the 2-hour time frame? The monthly, it's in a downtrend. Do you still want to go long on the 2-hour chart? Oh, passion, but the structure is stronger than the short-term trend. Yes, it is. But we are still here. We are still here. This is the challenge for today. Downtrend, downtrend. Anybody changing his mind or her mind to go long or short on the 2-hour chart? Everybody? Anybody changing? Oh, and let's make it. Oh, it's okay. Anybody changing the mind? Let's not go long anymore, let's go short. Downtrend close to a pivot point. Yes. So for the traders who said long in the beginning, anybody changing the mind? Or you are still, do you still want to go up long on the 2-hour time frame right now? Right now. Not tomorrow, or I'm going to wait for a counter trendline break, or I'm going to wait for this and that. You know? Remember, everybody, long or short, there is no right or wrong. It's a great song. Long or short, there is no right or wrong. But we need to make sense where is the best probability. I can have a small probability, I can still go long or short, but I need to be aware. I want to go up on the 2-hour chart after the break of the pivot point. Okay. What about right now? So nobody's changing. Okay, nobody's changing. What is the weekly chart telling us, everybody? Are we in an uptrend or are we in a downtrend? Uptrend or downtrend? On the weekly, are we in an uptrend or downtrend? before we make a decision to go long or short, are we in an uptrend or are we in a downtrend? And remember, don't mix apples with bananas. We are talking about the blue. Okay? Are we in an uptrend or are we in a downtrend? Not structure, not market wave. CJ says downtrend. Yes, sir. Correlation, exactly. So, one more time. Anybody who said long on the 2-hour chart, are you maybe changing your decisions? Downtrend, downtrend, yes sir, yes sir. Anybody changing the mindset? Like, oh, I don't want to go long anymore on the 2-hour chart, I want to go short. So we are in a short-term downtrend on the monthly, and we are on the short-term downtrend on the weekly, and I want to make some pips and money on the 2-hour chart. Long or short? Downtrend, downtrend. Tari, weekly crown. A weekly down, sorry. Tari, do you still want to go up long? Allah still want to buy the market? Is anybody in here who wants to short the market on the 2-hour chart? So one more time everybody, let's make a poll. Who wants to go long on the 2-hour chart and who wants to go short on the 2-hour chart? CG says 2-hour short. Great, we have a different opinion. Some traders want to go long, some traders want to go short. Great. There is no right or wrong. We are trying to figure out where is the best probability and why. Allah is changing the mind. Short. I will not change the decision. I'm trading higher time frame, retracement in lower time frame. Okay? Yes, I will go down on the next counter trend line break on the 2-hour. Okay? Very good. Now, let me see to make this one. Daily chart, everybody. Daily chart. Daily chart. Is the market in an uptrend or downtrend? Click, click, add label, down, downtrend, downtrend. What about the daily chart, everybody? Is the market on the daily chart in an uptrend or is the market on the daily chart in a downtrend? Zoelius 2-hour long. Everybody? Uptrend or downtrend on the daily chart? Give me a second, I need to take something. sorry about that. Daily up, uptrend. Zuelius, yes. Tari, yes. CG, Husnaini, daily trend is up, yes. What about you, Ala? What about you, CG? 2 hour short. What about the daily? Is the daily in an uptrend or is the daily in a downtrend? Two-hour up as well. Everybody? So we have the, now listen to this, okay? Calm down, take a deep breath and listen to this. The higher time frame controls the smaller time frame, and the monthly downtrend, the monthly trend is down, the weekly trend is down, short-term trend, but the daily short-term trend is up. Where is the greatest probability? It's still a probability. Where is the greatest probability? To go long or short on the 2 hour time frame? Who is in control of whom? This is the question. Zueli says 2 hour market broke the less structured lower high. Not yet. Not yet. We have equal highs and equal lows. Today, the market did not break. Okay? Not yet. It would be too easy, you know? Everybody, who is in control of whom? I'm on the 2 hour chart. This is my trading time frame. Alright? And the daily trend, the daily short-term trend is up. The weekly short-term trend is down, and the monthly short-term trend is down. Who is in control of whom? And one more time, you know, if you're a scalper, you know, maybe not that relevant this lesson, you know, but if you are a swing trader or a day trader, you know, then the story is changing. So the 2 hour chart is going to react first to the daily, or the 2 hour chart is going to react first to the weekly, or the 2 hour chart is going to react first on the monthly. Who is in control of whom? Daily confirmation time frame is controlling the 2 hour time frame. Okay, so one more time, long or short on the 2 hour time frame? Everybody? Long or short on the 2 hour time frame? And let's make it, where would be the appropriate 2 hour? Let me see, everybody, if we can compress the chart. And so let's write this down, right? Probability, okay, and trends. What is the decision? Daily uptrend, yes. What is the decision? Trends. What is going to be, up or down on the 2 hour chart? Short-term trends, okay, so short-term trend, decision, what? Long or short? As a swing trade, go short because bears are in control. Not yet, wait a second, it's too soon, Husnaini. So short on trend decision is short, okay? Short. Addressing the trends, addressing the short-term trend with all this mess, the correct decision, everybody. Whoops, not short. Not short, the decision is long. Long, okay? Not short, long. Passion, is it wrong to go short on the 2-hour chart? Because the market is in an uptrend on the daily, and the answer is yes. Fair answer, thank you very much. I don't know. Everybody, you cannot short the market right now. It would be wrong, okay? Not yet, it would be wrong right now. This is the market. We don't have any breakouts, counter trendline breaks. The market is like this. This would be wrong. If you short the market right now, why it's wrong? Because you don't have any indication that the market is going to fall. Make sense, everybody? One more time, the correct answer, analyzing the probability of the short-term trend, it's long. Okay? Right now, wait for a pivot point, rebound, and daily there. We don't have, you know. We are talking about right now. We are trading right now. We are not going to wait. Okay, wait for the pivot point to rebound on the daily. It's all okay. One more time, everybody. Do you understand why the correct answer is long on the 2-hour chart? Everybody, do you understand why the correct answer is long? Not short? Because, one more time, because the short-term trend is up. On the daily is the confirmation time frame of the 2-hour chart. Until the daily is up, on the 2-hour we are going up. Make sense? Talking about the short-term trend, not about structure, not about pivot points. Make sense, everybody? Now let's address structure. So probability we addressed. Trend, short-term trend, decision on the 2-hour chart long. What about structure? Do we have an up structure or do we have a down structure on the monthly, weekly and daily? So 2 up structure or down structure. Everybody, if you can get this lesson, and this lesson is about understanding probability in direction and timing. This is why we are addressing structure and the short-term trend. You need to understand how probability works when we talk about direction and when we talk about timing. And timing is where we are saying to you, what are you going to do right now? Make sense? Yeah, it's difficult to understand. Watch these lessons, everybody, 2 or 3 times. To make it the most of probabilities, we need to address and understand direction number 1 and timing number 2. And then we're going to have a sense of the probability. So, talking about structure, monthly chart, do we have an up structure or down structure? Everybody? Up structure or down structure? Now we are talking about the violet lines, right? Up structure or down structure? You can say up structure, you can say down structure, you can say I don't know. Texting here, number 2, up structure or down structure. Zuelius, monthly, weekly, up structure, daily, 2-hour, down structure. Thank you very much. Yes, sir. So here too, let's write the text. Let's write the text. Up structure or down structure. And Zuelius said correctly, monthly and weekly we have an up structure, on the daily we have a 2-hour down structure, up retracement in monthly, weekly. Tari, focus, we are talking about structure in general, okay, not the retracements. Tari, focus, okay. So everybody, if we have an up structure on the monthly and weekly, but we have a down structure, you know, on the daily, what would be the direction? Okay, not the entry, not the timing, what would be the direction of on the 2-hour chart? Yes. So what would be the direction on the 2-hour chart? So structure. What is the decision? Let's make a poll, everybody. We have an up structure on the monthly. We have an up structure on the weekly. We have a down structure on the daily. What is the decision, your decision, about the general direction? Not timing, not right now, but the direction, how this market is going to behave on the 2-hour chart. Passion, can you repeat, please? Yes, of course. So we are trying to understand probability, okay? Now we defined that the short-term trends behave differently on the monthly, weekly and daily, but because the 2-hour time frame is going to react immediately to the daily, and the daily is the confirmation time frame, and the daily it's in an uptrend, then we decided that the decision is to go long on the 2-hour chart. Now we are addressing the direction, you know, long-term, general, overall direction, which is different from every time frame. And from on the monthly, the structure is up, direction, you know. On the weekly is up. This doesn't mean that the market cannot fall anymore, but structure is up. But on the daily, our structure is down. So what is my decision as a trader, you know? So from the short-term standpoint, I decided to go long because the daily, it's making higher highs, higher lows, and this reflects on the 2-hour time frame. What about the violet lines? Difficult decision, huh, everybody? It's not that easy, right? But try to make sense in your mind, okay? And remember, there is no right or wrong, okay? Don't be shy, don't be afraid, okay? You can say, my decision is to go long on the structure, on the 2-hour chart. My decision is to go short on the structure, on the 2-hour chart, relative to the daily, weekly, and monthly. Okay? Don't be shy, don't be afraid, you know, there is no right or wrong. Everybody? And the question is, you know, I'm going to help you one more time. Who is in control of whom? Talking about structure. 2-hour long because the daily trend is up. Okay, what about structure? CG, go. What about structure? What about the violet lines? And then after this decision, everybody, we are going to talk about the pivot point, right? It could be support, it could be resistance. Today's example, we have a pivot point in there, and then we're going to check some charts. USD CAD is going to be a great example, I believe. Direction for daily is down for now, okay? Anybody else? Kuznani says short. Anybody else? I'm going to write short, everybody, until somebody else says long, short. Short. Okay. Now, as you can see, everybody, what is happening? This is the lesson. What is happening in here? Our decision making. Our decision making. What is happening here? We have a do we have synergy between the short-term view or the immediate view and the long-term view, or do we have contrarian visual, up direction? For the beginner trader, if you are going to go up on a down structure, this is wrong. This is you not listening to me. Everybody, it's okay, it's normal, there is a learning curve. Beginner trader, if you are going to trade on the 2-hour chart, the confirmation time frame is the daily, and talking about the violet Zuelius, it's down. Okay? It's not the time yet to buy the violet. You can buy the blue or the green, but the violet is down. Everybody? 2 questions. Number 1, do you understand this? And number 2, do we agree on this? You can say no, you know, I don't agree. I don't agree with you. Well, we are here to talk, you know. Let's clarify. Everybody, you cannot go long on the violet on the daily chart. Why not? Relevant high, relevant low, relevant high, relevant low. We have a down structure on the daily. A great example is USD JPY right now. USD JPY, everybody, you have an up structure on the monthly and weekly, but you have a down structure on the daily. Let me show you, let me show you. You are going to have a better understanding of this. Let me show you, everybody. let me show you USD JPY. What we are talking about here, USD JPY monthly chart, and clone here, and USD JPY daily chart. So monthly chart, everybody, the monthly chart is extension retracement, and the daily chart, and let's go on the weekly. No, I need to USD JPY, USD JPY structure was extension retracement, extension retracement, extension retracement, extension retracement, extension retracement, extension. Do you see, everybody, that structure on the daily changed? Extension retracement. Do you see, everybody? I need to see a change in the short-term trend. Extension, lower lows, lower highs, higher highs, higher lows, lower lows, lower highs, higher highs. Not sure about this one. No, this is wrong. So it's the extension was like this. This was the extension here. There is no change in the short-term trend. Can you see, everybody? You have an up structure on the monthly, but you have a down structure on the daily. And what is the market doing? I'm sorry, I cannot compress the chart more from the weekly, right? See, everybody? This is theory, this is the live market. What are you going to do? There is no right or wrong, you can go long or short, but there are some rules and some concepts that we can learn monthly, weekly, daily, and the 2 hour. Zuelius, do you understand why the talking about structure the decision is short? Because we have a down structure on the daily. Yes, but the monthly it's up. The 2 hour chart is going to react to whom first? Down direction, yes, say J, correct. This is the challenging part, everybody, of the multiple time frame trading or multiple time frame analysis, you know. So we have short-term trend is long, structure is short on the 2 hour chart, okay. Now let's address, we have 10 more minutes, everybody. Let's address the pivot point, right? Let's address the pivot point. What is the market doing with the pivot point on the monthly? Did the market broke the pivot point? You know, is this an up pivot point? Is this a down pivot point? And we addressed this in the previous lessons. Is this a down pivot point? Is this an up pivot point? You know, what is the pivot? What is the market doing relative to the pivot point on the monthly chart? Zuelio says yes, okay. What is the market doing on the monthly relative to the pivot point? Is it hitting the ceiling? Is it reacting? Is it breaking? Come on everybody, we have 10 more minutes. It's going to be over before you know it. What is the market doing on the monthly chart relative to the pivot point? Oh, but this is difficult stuff. Not really. Watch these recordings 2 or 3 times. What is the market doing relatively, I hope my English is correct, relatively to the PP, pivot point? Reacting, breaking, approaching. There is no right or wrong, you know, you can see different things, right? It's subjective. What would you say? What is the market doing relatively to the pivot point? Hit the ceiling, you know, approaching. Up, pivot point not broken yet, can rebounds. Very good. Congratulations, Tari. It's an up pivot point. You know, we had the market here, broke, went up, to retrace, went down, right? And we are seeing this in on all charts, all time frames, if you have pivot points. Let me show you everybody, but I'm going to lose the charts, I believe, if I cannot open just one. USD CAD monthly chart. USD CAD monthly chart. Just quickly, okay? Just quickly, not to be, I'm not going to be too sure, but just quickly, you know, connect some highs and some lows. You know, some highs and some lows. Whoops, not this one. Pivot point, pivot point, pivot point, pivot point, pivot point. See everybody? USD CAD monthly chart. Structure, extension, retracement, extension. Retracement so far, not confirmed yet. And if we push to the daily, see everybody? The market can rebound, go up, go down. Husnaini, weekly is following monthly structure and daily is following the weekly and the 2-hour following is the daily. Yes, exactly. So what is the market doing relatively to the pivot point? What would be the answer? Long or short? So is the market approaching on the monthly? Contrasting direction, yes. So I'm a beginner trader, everybody. I'm going to answer to myself like a beginner trader. Not sure. Looks like approaching or hitting. Okay, do you agree on the monthly? I'm not sure as a beginner trader. Looks like it's approaching or hitting, you know. And we are here talking about the pivot point on the 2-hour time frame. On the 2-hour it's easy to spot. So we have some space, right? So from the monthly, I'm not sure, looks like approaching or hitting, you know. From the weekly, I'm going to say the same, you know. Well, from the weekly I have a different visual, so it hit the pivot point. You know, looks like it hit the pivot point. From the daily, you know, looks like it hit the pivot point, you know, or maybe not, you know. So from the 2-hour chart I have 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 pips of space, right? So the short-term trend is up. I have some space. Everybody, I have some space. You know, the structure is down. The market, it's not giving me direction from the daily time frame. Okay, and I am at the pivot point. So what is the decision? Where would be the best probability? So talking about pivot point, everybody, talking about pivot point, pivot point, pivot point decision, you know, it has some space to go up, right? The chart, I can see this on the chart, you know. So where is the best probability and where, until where? Everybody, from the two, you must not mix apples with bananas. Where is the best probability right now on the 2-hour chart, addressing trends, structure, and where is the market relative to the pivot point? What's the answer? 3 minutes to go. What's the answer? Long or short? Tricky question. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Tricky question. Yes, it is. It's a probability game, everybody. You must understand this. There are no guarantees. We are trying to make sense of our winners, our losers. You know? So what is the answer? Long or short? In the second question is this going to be a long-term trade on the 2-hour chart, or is this going to be a short-term trade on the 2-hour chart? Two minutes to go. Long, yes. Long short term, congratulations. Talking about this example, talking about those reasons, those convergences, you know, talking about wait for the counter trendline break on the 2-hour chart and make a short-term trade going up. Remember, these webinars are not trading or investment advice, everybody. Hello, MHB. But this is how the mind process, talking about probability, goes. Daily probability will push the market until the past resistance, then weaken space to go long on the 2-hour short. Those are different conversations, you know. Long short-term trade, yes. Yes. Okay, we need to wait for the counter trendline break on the 2-hour chart. We need to see the breakout of these levels. We have equal highs on the 2-hour chart, and then we are going to make a short-term trade going up. Make sense? And as always, everybody, what is your next level? If you want to accelerate your learning curve and not waste 1 to 3 years, ask for private lessons of the Forex course 101. If you want to learn how to trade as a pro, learn the mindset and the hard set, ask for the Forex Trader course 202. But we are clear, everybody, you cannot enter the Forex course 202 without knowing the things from the Forex course 101. Either way, understand that professional traders do things differently. Okay, this is your next level. What I should do next? Next level number 2. If you want coaching or mentorship, connect and we'll talk about your need. I will show you the way, but you must do the work. Meaning you are responsible for your own success, and I don't have time to babysit you, everybody, in coaching or mentorship. No, I'm not arrogant, I simply don't have time. Okay? You are responsible for your own success. And level 3, if you want to trade for a regulated asset manager, ask for incubation, where we will allocate funds for you to trade. You will receive 50% of profit share on our money. No tricks, no hidden costs, no testing phases, no 60 days, Show us that you are a good trader and you can build a career with us. My English. The bottom line is this: if your way is not working, why don't you try ours? Okay, everybody, this is all for today. See you back tomorrow. Until tomorrow, stay strong and trade with passion. This is FXPassion.